From Gauteng, South Africa, in the city of Ekurhuleni, it is the 2018 Mrs. World competition. We are in the Theatre of Marcellus at Empress Palace, a show of excitement, beauty, culture, tradition, and surprises. It's 34 spectacular women vying for the coveted crown of Mrs. World 2018, a show to be seen around the world. Let the show begin.
Kaiser, named after the British king, Kaiser Wilhelm, I, Oliver Reginald Tambo, was born. Indodana kaMonkey, no Julia, his third wife, a son, and little did they know, ndizolusa isizwe. Excelled in school, ensured my future, South Africa's future. I fought for justice, equality, and liberation. I started the African claims. I headed the African independent states. And when all else failed, I stood strong like the man that I am made to be. That we were cowards, and yet they hid behind machine guns. Little did they know that our power was in the mind. Sayilwa impi, and we never gave in. Bazama ukunqoba, but yet they let their guard down. They let their guard down because in our weakest point, we stood still in silence and we watched. We kept an eye. They boxed us in. But we found a hole. And after the UN General Assembly declared a crime to inhuman obliteration, oh, we mobilized. We mobilized and searched for sanctions. We mobilized and we fought for education. We went back and took back what was once ours. Kaizana, named after the British king, Kaiser Wilhelm, I, Oliver Reginald Tambo, was born. A son to Monkey and his third wife, Julia. A son and little did they know I would rule this land.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our exceptional host, one of South Africa's top television personalities, Katlego Mabue.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for that warm welcome. And let's put a big round of applause together for our storyteller, Makhosi Kolobe. She was absolutely amazing, exhibiting one of our age-old traditions of storytelling and telling the story of Oliver Reginald Tambo, one of our heroes, our struggle heroes here in the Rainbow Nation. And ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to you all. This evening, I am so proud to welcome all of the Mrs. World contestants to our beautiful continent in a show that will be seen by people all across the world. It is the ultimate reality show that is about to unfold in front of our very eyes as from 34 incredible women, only one of them will be crowned as Mrs. World. There's so much to do tonight, so much to enjoy and so much to see, so little time to do it all. But I'm afraid it is a job that's too big for just one person, and I'm definitely going to need some support here on the stage this evening. So please help me welcome onto the stage my co-host, the incredibly beautiful and talented Diane Hardgrove, former Mrs. America 2006 and Mrs. World 2007.
Thank you. Thank you, Katlego.
How are you?
Good. How are you? Look so handsome.
Does she not look amazing, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you.
Isn't she lovely?
Aww,
yes.
Thank you. Katlego, thank you for that lovely introduction. It's an honor to be co-hosting with you this evening.
Thank you.
Wow, this is the Mrs. World grand finale. What an incredible way to open that show. Wasn't that sensational?
Absolutely.
My gosh. So we had traditional dancers, just adorable children from the Learn to Fly enrichment program with ACE models. And it's actually nighttime here, but it's actually daytime in New York where I live.
Where you live, yeah, exactly.
Yes, yes.
Well, hopefully all of our Americans are also tuning in, watching on the live stream, right?
Yes, we have all of America watching, all of my friends and family coworkers. I'm sure all of yours are watching as well.
They will definitely be doing that. I've got to ask you now, you are looking absolutely amazing. You are somebody who understands and loves fashion, right?
Love fashion. Luckily in New York, it's a good place to be.
good
I
place to
have wonderful connections. Joval's formal wear, they are compliments of Joval, so.
I've got to ask you, what did you think of our contestants' dresses this evening when they started? What did you think?
So unique, and I just love how South Africa has so many different cultures. It's just amazing.
Well, I'll have you know, ladies and gentlemen, that our contestants this evening were dressed by a South African design duo, Kosinkosi. Let's give them a round of applause, making them look absolutely wonderful. And as I'm sure you will all understand, we as Africans are justifiably proud to welcome the Mrs. World competition to the African continent for the very first time. It is indeed very special for us. And so as newbies, I think we need an introduction to the Mrs. World competition. So give us a bit of a synopsis about the competition, Diane.
Okay, well, Katleho, the Mrs. World actually started in 1983, and the first competition was held in the beautiful Honolulu, Hawaii. So this is actually the first ever Mrs. competition, and it was actually Mrs. America that allowed married women to have a voice and promote their community service platform. So everyone has a platform that they're very passionate about. And that all began in Las Vegas in 1977.
Oh, so a really, really deep and rich history indeed. Now, the Mrs. World pageant is truly a brilliant concept, and it's time right now for us to meet our 34 contestants from all across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever wondered who runs the world, you're about to find out.
Denmark,
Copenhagen,
Ukraine,
from Chernihiv,
Mrs. of the Americas,
Charity Majors from Boise, Idaho,
Russia,
Anna Spiegelman from Siberia,
Wales,
Hey Justin Min from Cardiff,
Jamaica,
Dion Tartar from Kingston,
Peru,
Geraldine Salmon, Lima,
Costa Rica,
Jennifer Miranda, San Jose,
America,
Michaela Eppers, Bristol, Indiana,
Israel,
Natalie Wasserman from
South Africa.
Nicole Kepper from Johannesburg.
Poland.
Isabella O'Brien, Krakow.
Mauritius.
Disha Sugai from La Rosa.
Hong Kong.
Alice Gianetta, 美丽的香港.
India.
T. Arvind, Bengaluru.
Vietnam.
Hannah Hanchan, Hanoi.
England.
Anne-Marie Davis Robinson from Liverpool.
Belarus.
Daria Riot from Minsk.
Ireland.
Alexandra Johnston, Derry.
Singapore.
Yusnima representing my city-state.
Malaysia.
Irene Ko, Kuala Lumpur.
Sri Lanka.
Shanali, Colombo.
Taiwan.
Rachel Chen 来自于台北，谢谢。
Honduras.
Monica Tunchplek, San Pedro Sula.
Belgium.
Megali Tons from Antwerp.
Canada.
Solange Duchime, Ottawa, Ontario.
Borneo.
Melissa Xiao, Taiwan.
Australia.
Lavjot Gar from Adelaide.
Mexico.
Lizette Rivas from Tijuana.
Guatemala.
Guatemala City, Lucia Flores.
United Kingdom.
Lydia Wanopiu, Kefeli.
Mrs. of America.
Julie Cangelosi, Washington, D.C.
Thailand.
Vilasini, Kosia Chaiwat, Siam.
Philippines.
Marilu Villanueva, Manila.
Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for our wonderful contestants. Come on, show them the love. Come on. These ladies inspire, make me want to put on my walk as I walk down here. Who run the world? Who run the world? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. It's not that kind of show, ladies. Come on. Now, all these incredible women juggle home, family, and career and still look amazing while doing it all. And the characteristics that we're looking for this evening in our Mrs. World, they all certainly possess. Now, we've got a very special package to show you right now of what went on and what our contestants got up to when they arrived in the beautiful Rainbow Nation. Take a look.
I'm so excited. Of course, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
First time in South Africa. I am just so honored and thrilled to be in this amazing country.
Getting to meet all the ladies, because that's really what this is all about.
Looking forward to the experience of competing for the coveted title of Mrs. World.
A new journey and to experience a whole new continent.
I didn't expect that. I was welcomed by all these amazing people in the airport.
People are really nice here. From the entrance when I got down from the airport.
Hello, namaskar. I'm Trupti Arvind from Bengaluru, India.
It was a long flight because it takes 2 days. And now I'm in South Africa, yes.
Oh, it's my first time here, of course, and I'm really, really excited. I've been wanting to come to South Africa for the longest time.
Safari, it's the best thing maybe in South Africa, I think so.
Hello, South Africa. I'm Anna. I'm Mrs. Russia 2017.
Hola, soy Lucia Flores, Mrs. Guatemala 2016-2017.
I love what I've seen so far in South Africa. We've got a warm welcome in Emperor's Palace.
It's just gorgeous. From the pickup, right
till today's lunch. It's just beautiful. Everything is just well planned.
Really good experience. It's all the cultures coming together and such beautiful women.
It's been incredible welcoming all the ladies to my hometown of Johannesburg, and they are incredible women. I'm so excited for the week ahead.
Empress Palace, Mrs. World!
Well, now it's time to meet our esteemed panel of judges who have the formidable task of choosing our next Mrs. World 2018.
I would not want to be in that seat right now. It's too hot. It's too hot over there.
We are going to start with judge number 1. She is currently the head of department for communications and brand at the city of Ekurhuleni. She has over 19 years experience in brand communications, advertising, media management, and stakeholder management within broad corporate industries and government. She is Rego Moritswe Mavimbela.
That was quite well done.
Thank you.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us Mrs. America 2002. She co-hosts Hero Talks or Talk Radio and is nationally recognized as a top retirement planning professional. She and her husband Dave own Hero Strategies Inc., a coaching and financial advisory firm. And one thing that you might want to know about her is that she's also a fan favorite of outdoor adventure activities. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Laurette Ellsworth Ahrens.
Well, you're going to do it again.
Next up, the Executive Secretary, Healthy Future, United Russia Project, Russian State Duma, the Parliament of the Russian Federation. He led the National Organizing Committee for Mrs. World for 3 consecutive times in St. Petersburg, Sochi, and Kaliningrad. Please welcome Dr. Alexei Kuznetsov.
Next up is our 4th judge, I believe. This international celebrity jewelry designer is the winner of the prestigious Anglo Gold Ashanti Auditions Jewelry Competition. From Hong Kong, China, please welcome Angela Young.
Next up, a lady who was crowned Mrs. South Africa and then Mrs. World in 2016. Since receiving her Mrs. World title, Candice has gone on to achieve greatly as a motivational speaker, businesswoman, lifestyle blogger, master of ceremonies, and founder and chairperson of the Candice Abrams Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Candice Abrams.
What an impressive panel of judges. Wow.
Absolutely.
Thank you, judges. And I'd also like to say thank you, too, to our judges chairpersons, Tracy and Mike Christ. Thank you. Well, now we have a little surprise to share with all of you, with our television audience. Not only is Katlego one of South Africa's beloved television presenters, I actually just learned he is a sensational vocalist. Let's hear it for Katlego Maboe.
Hasimbonanga Hasimbonangu Mandela Tena Lape Kuna Lape Shina. Hear this song, sing along. Hasimbonanga Hasimbonangu Mandela Tena Lape Kuna Lape Shina. The sea is cold and the sky is gray. Look across the island into the bay. We are all islands until comes the day we cross the burning water. A seagull wings across the sea. Broken silence is what I dream. Who has the words to close the distance between you and me? Sing Hasimbonanga Hasimbonanga mfowethu thina laphe khona la wafela khona. Hey wena nawe sofika lini la siyakhona la siyakhona.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Wow, Kalego, that was amazing. I've
Thank
got
you.
goosebumps.
It's an honor. It's an honor to be able to do that. You got goosebumps?
Yes.
You should go see our reigning Mrs. World. She's a doctor. That's a bad condition for her. No, I'm joking. But thank you very much for the compliment. I really appreciate it. It's actually quite a special song to us as South Africans. In fact, the song Asimbonanga, written and performed by Ntate Johnny Clegg, one of our legends here in South Africa, is very much a part of our culture and our heritage. Would you agree, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Absolutely. And talking about culture and heritage, Diane, I've heard that there's always a spectacular costume session or a segment that's brought onto the stage by all of the contestants themselves. And sometimes these costumes are colorful, they're whimsical, they're original, but always certainly quite spectacular. And I'm assuming it takes up a lot of luggage when you're traveling from America to here to get all those costumes.
You have no idea. I actually witnessed at the airport crates. Big crates for the costumes. Yeah, just for the costumes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our 34 wonderful contestants are now going to take to the stage in their unique and spectacular country costumes.
America.
Representing America's patriotism, I defend the weak and empower the people.
Australia.
I show love through my creations. Meet the Baba Bird of Australia.
Belarus.
Land of green forests, crystal lakes and beautiful girls. It's we are peaceful Belarus.
Belgium.
Representing the National Red Devils. Go, go, go at World Cup.
Borneo.
Borneo symbol of protection, the rhinoceros, hornbill, and dragon!
Canada.
Bonjour, Afrique du Sud. Celebrating Canada's 150, we honor the Queen and the union of all people.
Costa Rica.
The goddess of gold, inspired by pre-Columbian art of Costa Rica.
Denmark.
I Am the Little Mermaid by Hans Christian Andersen.
England.
The English rose symbolizes natural beauty, elegance and grace.
Guatemala.
Seeking Nahual Maya is intermedio between God and men, representing secret visions and wisdom.
Honduras.
The paliona is a symbol of Honduran beauty, similar to an American cheerleader. Arriba Honduras!
Hong Kong.
大家好, I am the Golden Dragon of Hong Kong, where we celebrate with the annual Dragon Boat Festival. 香港, 中国.
India.
I'm Goddess Durga, symbolizing love, freedom, courage, divinity, and divine power. Namaskar, India!
Ireland.
The shamrock, utilized by St. Patrick and celebrated worldwide.
Israel.
Representing our flag, we're religious states, whose flag is our country's main symbol.
Jamaica.
Representing the beautiful colors of Jamaica and its motto, out of many, one people.
Mrs. of America.
Celebrating America's beauty from our snowy mountaintops down to our sandy beaches.
Peru.
The marinera is typical danza of Peru.
Mexico.
The charro is typical of Mexico.
Mauritius.
Mauritius is surrounded with seawater and it's a tropical island.
Philippines.
So born as South Africa, mabuhay! It means persevere and live to the fullest!
Malaysia.
The Malaysian princess guided by my national warrior bird, the hornbill. Salam Satu Malaysia.
Poland.
The royal Polish eagle represents the unity and solidarity of the Polish people. Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła.
Russia.
Representing the cultural values of my country: generosity, hospitality, hope for miracles, and perseverance.
Singapore.
Modernized Malay fabric that reflects my blue sky city-state.
South Africa.
South Africa is rich in wildlife, vegetation, and minerals, but our greatest resource is our people.
Sri Lanka. Lanka.
Aiboa, South Africa, representing the attire of the past queens in Sri Lanka.
Taiwan.
Noble water lily blossoms from the golden pond, bring beautiful children and happy family for the bride of Taiwan.
Thailand.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good evening, lady and gentlemen. My national costume is Siam Sivilai. Thai gold dresses indicate the rich golden land of Smile, Thailand.
Mrs. of the Americas.
Representing the song America the Beautiful, with values of sisterhood and God's grace spreading from sea to shining sea.
Ukraine.
Symbolizing unbreakable Ukrainian character, freedom, and longing for victories.
United Kingdom.
An authentic Welsh Guard jacket worn whilst protecting our Queen Elizabeth II.
Vietnam.
Lotus flower symbolizing for the Vietnamese beauty ladies, arising from Vietnam, from unclean surrounding, but it still remains its own purity.
Wales.
Daffodil, the national flower of Wales.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a big round of applause to all of our wonderful contestants dressed in their
So lovely.
beautiful
Gorgeous costumes. And let's hear it for all the contestants again, reminding us what an amazing world we live in with the diverse cultures, languages, and people. I would like to explain to our worldwide audience how the scoring of this competition works. Please note that the country costumes do not get scored. The judges score 50% for interview, 25% for swimwear, and 25% for evening wear, which brings us to the selection of our top 12 semifinalists.
Yep, and we'll find out who that is a little bit later on. But right now, it's time for us to hand over some prizes to our contestants in this particular category, the costume category. And of course, every one of their costumes deserves a prize, but we only have 3. Ladies, are you ready? They look like they're ready. All right.
Okay. First up is the most whimsical costume. The winner is Mrs. Taiwan.
Right behind you. Step up to the front and take your photo, ma'am. Wow. Next up, I have the honor of announcing the most original costume. And that goes to Guatemala.
Select the very best outfit from all these amazing costumes. I have no idea.
I don't know, I think you put it to our auditors to count every single piece of sequence, and the one with the most sequence wins the best one, yes? Well, we'll work on that.
Okay, I'm gonna open the envelope. The best costume, sealed tight. Borneo.
Wow. Let's put our hands together once more, ladies and gentlemen, for our beautiful ladies in their wonderful and unique country costumes. Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to take a look at what our contestants got up to on their second day of their visit to South Africa.
The tour has been absolutely phenomenal in the sense that it gives these beautiful women from across the world to come and experience what the South African political history is all about.
Incredible and enriching in so many ways. We went to visit Chris Hani Memorial today. When you look at the sacrifices people have made for the good of the people, so that everyone can have equality, love, and prosperity, just makes you question, what do I live for? What kind of difference am I making in the world?
We were today in Oliver Tambo, and I have been learning a lot about inclusivity and democracy.
The world ladies are so beautiful, including one of our own, Mrs. South Africa. She's so beautiful.
The ladies are absolutely beautiful. They've got beautiful personalities as well, and you can just sense the intellect as we're conversing throughout the day.
We have marimba too in Costa Rica, so it was so funny to dance with the South Africans. What's so
So I'm a mom of 4, and I've had triplets, and one of my daughters passed away. So I know what it's like to want to hang on to every bit of your child. So when you see children who don't have parents, and you know the love that you give as a parent, you kind of want to do everything that you can in this world to make it better, to give better education, to let every child know that someone somewhere cares about them. Sorry for making it such a mushy thing, but I'm a mom and I want to give them my all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our wonderful dancers on stage. Come on.
Wasn't that amazing? Very talented group. Thank
Nice
you.
one, guys. Ra leboga, siyabonga.
Wow, audience, wasn't that amazing?
Yeah, that was. It was energetic.
Oh, yes, yes. I believe that was the traditional Zulu dance.
This is Zulu, yes, one of the many cultures that we have here
We have so
in
many
our
cultures.
in our country. Yeah, and we have they are what paints our rainbow nation in the beautiful colors that we have. And music is a very important part of our culture. It is used to display joy, sadness, all kinds of emotions. It brings people together, and that particular song, young people rejoicing in their youth. In fact, I was thinking, did you even know that South Africa has 11 official languages?
I didn't know that.
All 11 of them. And I do speak a few of them, but I wanted to teach you something that you could take along with you when you go back
Please
to America.
do.
You know
Yes,
what I mean?
please do.
And I was going to teach you to do the traditional Zulu kick, you know?
Oh.
But then
Not in this
I was thinking
gown.
you were in a dress.
No, no.
So let's not
Tomorrow.
do that. And then I was going to teach you to say something like, ke mo pomonna gore moranto na le masepa yo re leng ali beila ali tatola ke la gamang ke la go tlakane ke seo se moroko thata po e mare tamara magema lo matsone.
I'll just listen to that.
But then you know what? I thought no.
No.
Maybe that's too much of a tongue twister.
A little much.
And I thought of something else that I could teach you that we like to do here in South Africa. I'm going to try something quickly, and I'm hoping my South Africans here don't let me down. When I say mogolo kwane, so that is called mogolo kwane. Can you say that?
Maholo Kwan.
Mogolo kwane.
Maholo Wane. I'm Italian. I
Mogolo
don't want
kwane.
it.
So mogolo kwane describes the sound of ululation, which is what you hear at ceremonies like weddings, graduations, whenever there's good news
Yes.
shared, then people ululate.
Beautiful.
And it sounds like this. Mogolo kwane. So stand here. I want you to take
Okay.
center stage as you do your very first mogolo kwane in front of the entire world right now.
Okay.
The world is watching, Diane.
Oh, boy.
So you, you know how you guys in New York like to say yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine you saying yeah,
Yeah.
quite quickly. So like yeah, 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 yeah. Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
okay, that's cool.
Okay.
Now replace the air with the e.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you use your vocals to kind of inflect upwards and downwards while you You can even use your
Yeah,
hands.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's pretty good.
I personally think she can do better than that. Mogolo
Oh.
kwane, go!
Yeah, 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 yeah. You do much better.
Well done.
I need
Well
a little
done.
practice.
Well done. That was very, very well done.
Thank you, Kaleho. We have come to a crucial part of the competition. We're getting closer to our top 12 semifinalists. But here first, they are in our swimsuits by Miracle Suits and shoes by Europa Art in the always sexy swimwear competition.
I am busy right now, yes. Gentlemen. See, Diane, right now would be a pretty good time to go.
I'll just clap.
These ladies are, of course, looking absolutely phenomenal this evening, dressed in swimwear by Miracle Suit. Now, Diane, we do have more prizes to give away right now.
Yes, Katleho. These awards are extremely important to Mrs. World contestants. They are the Miss Fitness Award, Mrs. Photogenic, and as well as Mrs. Congeniality.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first speciality award of the evening is Mrs. Fitness. And this year, that goes to Mrs. UK.
Our next award is the Mrs. Photogenic Award. Mrs. Poland.
Well, ladies and gents, I now have the honor of announcing Mrs. Congeniality. And this is a very important one, Diane, because the contestants themselves vote for the winner. And without further ado, this year's Mrs. Congeniality is Honduras!
Well, the moment of truth has arrived, Katleho.
Absolutely.
We will be announcing our top 12 semifinalists. I'd like to call upon Pierre Jacobs, our auditor from KPMG, to bring us the audited results. Hello, Pierre. I love that name, Pierre.
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 Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you are an auditor with so much personality. Thank you very much. Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the top 12 will be announced to you in no particular order. And they are
Would you like to go first?
Belarus,
Denmark.
Mrs. of the Americas,
Russia.
Vietnam,
Canada.
Hong Kong,
America.
South Africa,
Costa Rica.
Ireland,
And our 12th semifinalist is United Kingdom. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, our top 12 semifinalists. finalists. In no particular order.
In no particular order. Thank you, ladies.
We will be back with the swimwear competition. This is to give the judges the final opportunity to decide on who the top 6 semifinalists will be. The Mrs. World competition will be right back.
Today we're at the Lion and Safari Park. There were just these adorable kids that just came running up and hugged all of us, and we took selfies and pictures, and I got to show them this fun little magic trick that I do that makes their fingers magically move.
So heartwarming. I've noticed in South Africa the children are so warm to greet us all, and they embrace us with a genuine hug.
Who greet us so well, they run up to us, have photos. You do feel like a celebrity. I'm very grateful to be here with 30 over beautiful ladies from all around the world. It's like, how often do you get so many beautiful ladies to go touring with you, right? It was amazing. It was sort of like once in a lifetime thing that you ever do. I mean, getting so close to those animals, so beautiful animals.
Seeing some of these other animals that live here in the wild and how they're being taken care of by the Lion Safari Park, I'm so grateful there's places and people that exist like this to take care of endangered species.
Explanation from the guide, she was very helpful in teaching us a lot about the animals. South Africa is an amazing country. They were sitting at different spots and then they suddenly came together, all of them literally as if they just wanted to get a picture done. That was just beautiful. So we've seen the lions, the giraffes, the zebras, and we also got to meet the cheetah as well, so it was just incredible.
Was one of the most incredible experiences of my life. I had the opportunity of being beside a cheetah. It's a very noble animal.
Very surreal. You see them on the TV, so to have him lying in front and to be able to touch, oh, it was just incredible. And I was very surprised with how the fur felt as well.
He was beautiful, and just being able to touch his fur and look him in the eyes and just really appreciate everything that comes along with an experience like this.
You know, you've seen geographic shows and you know this exists, but to actually be in their presence and to feel their energy and to touch them is, you can't even describe it in words. It almost brought me to tears. It's so touching.
In a handicraft market which calls Lizetti, and we are looking all the marvels that these people does with their hands. A lot of color, a lot of culture. You can breathe the culture here in South Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our top 12. And now's the part where we get to know them a little bit better. First up, Belarus. This is Daria Rayot, 28 years old, married to Yuri Rayot, and she's the mother of one child.
Denmark. Mrs. Denmark is Met Rees Vokelius. She is 27 years old and married to Morton.
Mrs. of the Americas. Mrs. of the Americas is 34-year-old Charity Majors, married to Chris and mother of one child.
Russia. Mrs. Russia, Anna Shkuberkeman. She is 31 years old, married, and she is the mother to one child.
Vietnam. Mrs. Vietnam is Hannah Han Tran, 46 years old, married to Scott, and she's the mother of two.
Canada. Mrs. Canada, Solange Tusimi. She is 34 years old, married to Umar, and she is the mother to 4 children.
Hong Kong. Mrs. Hong Kong is 34-year-old Alice Lee Janetta. She's married to Pat, and she's the mother of one.
America. Mrs. America, Michaela Fawn Eppers. She is 29 years old, married to Christopher Eppers.
South Africa. Mrs. South Africa is 32-year-old Nicole Kappa. She's married to Brian and is the mother of 2.
Costa Rica. Mrs. Costa Rica, Jennifer Miranda, is 28 years old. She is married to Kevin.
Ireland. Mrs. Ireland is 26-year-old Alexandra Johnston. She's married to Craig, and she's the mother of 2 children.
United Kingdom. Mrs. UK is Lydia Wynell Pugh. She is 34 years old. Married to Gareth, she is the mother to 2 children. Well, there you have it. There's our top 12 semifinalists. Thank you, ladies. The top 12 will now prepare for the evening wear competition. All of our contestants will be back after the exquisite evening gowns, after the break. Well, Calejo, let's take another look at some of the activities that Mrs. World contestants were up to this week.
Let's do that.
We know it well that none of us acting alone can achieve success. We must therefore act together as a united people for national reconciliation, for nation building, for the birth of a new world.
Outside we were in Mandela Square where we all got photographed outside the famous Nelson Mandela statue, and we all had our national flags.
Beautiful monuments of him, and we paid tribute to him with a beautiful wreath.
The best experience in my life. It will stay in my heart forever.
Of course, I was totally honored to be brought there to Nelson Mandela's monument.
In Honduras, we really look up to South Africa, especially because of the great Nelson Mandela, who is also called Madiba. He wanted his life to actually mean something. Most of the world sees Nelson Mandela as a very powerful figure who did so much to change South Africa.
Estando con la estatua de Nelson Mandela, que es un personaje muy importante aquí en Sudáfrica.
Everybody was together, everybody was one.
Being able to experience all of the culture the past 2 days has been incredible.
What girl doesn't like shoes?
That was the greatest part of the day.
I am a shopper, so I'm really enjoy the shopping today.
We are in front of Europa Art, where as you can see, I just bought some fabulous shoes that I plan on wearing on stage at the Mrs. World pageant this Saturday.
I love shopping, you know, our lady loves shopping. So that's the great experience to me too. It's so fun to see all the ladies. They all like different tastes, different color.
I absolutely love my shoes for the Mrs. World final. I've got some beautiful black high heel shoes, and I'm going to be wearing them with my swimsuit.
Beautiful shoes, beautiful designs. I love the stilettos.
I got like black heels with a little bit of silver, very elegant.
The Mrs. World organization has been very generous to us, very kind, and it's really because of the sponsors. We went to the jewelry shop where I decided that I should get a bag because we are having a final show very soon in just a few days. So I needed to have something to match my dress. So yeah, maybe I got a little carried away today.
Hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Nos encontramos acá en el restaurante Gemelli compartiendo con todas las candidatas del Miss World 2017.
Gemelli represents family. In Italian, Gemelli means twins. Our catchphrase is La Familia Prima, which means family first.
La comida de este restaurante, amigos, se los recomiendo. Tienen que venir a Gemelli.
The food is excellent. As you can see, everybody is enjoying here. The wine, the food, the opening food, the dessert. The dessert is the best part.
The service, the hospitality. quality of the restaurant, the setting, the beautiful environment, everything is just perfect.
It's amazing, one of the best I ever tried. I will come back for sure.
Deliciosa comida, así que bueno, para agarrar energía porque continúan los ensayos, así que...
I was told I'm hosting a bunch of beauty pageant ladies, and then a bunch of women that remind me of my own family arrived, and they enjoyed the food. I was expecting them to eat like birds, which they didn't, which is amazing. It's actually amazing to see women enjoy really good food. I enjoyed watching them eat, and that's my pay. That's our reward. Watching people enjoy our food genuinely, that's our reward every day.
La convivencia ha sido muy abierta con cada país. Hemos tenido la oportunidad de convivir, de conocer diferentes culturas, nacionalidades, y en verdad es una experiencia que me llena de satisfacción y orgullo y poder representar a México.
Sometimes alone in the evening, I look outside my window at the shadows in the night. I hear the sound of distant crying, the darkness multiplying, and weary hearts tonight. All I feel is my heartbeat, beating like a drum, beating with confusion, and all I hear are the voices telling me to go, but I could never run, 'cause in my African dream, there's a new tomorrow. My African dream is a dream that we can follow. Now when the night begins to fall, I listen for your call, I listen for your heartbeat. Hello, my dream is just a dream, just another false illusion, a shadow in the night. All I want is for our heartbeats to be beating just as one, to silence this confusion. Then the pain and the illusion will disappear again, and we will never run, 'cause in my African dream, there's a new tomorrow. My African dream is a dream that we can follow. ukuphela kwenkinga zonke.
Wow, what a beautiful performance, Kaleho. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We also want to say a big thank you to the Russian Ballet Academy of South Africa who danced so beautifully for us. Let's give them a round of applause. Those cute little ones.
Oh, they're adorable.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've now come to a crucial part of the evening yet again. And you can literally cut the tension with a knife.
Yes, you can feel it. All right. So we're going to
sleep over there.
Over here. And you can start first.
Introducing first up, in no particular order, Mrs. Belarus. Mrs. Belarus is an editor-in-chief. Her hobbies include traveling, acting, sports, and fitness.
Mrs. Denmark. Mrs. Denmark is an occupational therapist. Her hobbies include dancing and modeling.
Mrs. of the Americas. Now, Mrs. of the Americas is an author, a speaker, a blogger, explorer, and co-director of Women Ignite Millennials and multi-pruner. Her hobbies include playing toy cars with her son, blogging, podcasting, and creating online courses.
Russia. Mrs. Russia is a makeup artist and owner of beauty service and studio makeup 911.
Vietnam. Mrs. Vietnam is married to Scott and she is the mom of two looking absolutely splendorous in her dress.
Mrs. Canada. Mrs. Canada is president and CEO of Elevate International, co-founder of Nala's Legacy. Her hobbies include public speaking, sports, and dancing.
Hong Kong. Mrs. Hong Kong is an international law attorney, and her hobbies include working out with her husband, Pat.
America. Mrs. America is a lifestyle and fitness coach, model, and real estate broker. Her hobbies include hiking, camping, cooking, sewing, and blogging.
South Africa. Mrs. South Africa is a functional medicine pharmacist and a businesswoman. Her hobbies include off-road motorbike riding, dancing, CrossFit, and trail running.
Costa Rica. Mrs. Costa Rica is a TV host and actress. Her hobbies include acting.
Ireland. Mrs. Ireland is a photographer. Her hobbies include photography and upcycling furniture.
United Kingdom. Mrs. UK is an examinations officer and events company director. Her hobbies include cooking, baking, sports, and fitness.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our top 12 semi-finalists. There they are.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies. Show them some love, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Looking absolutely wonderful in their evening gowns. Thank you, ladies. You look amazing.
It was breathtaking.
Absolutely. All the varied colors you like to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me great pleasure to welcome onto the stage the CEO and President of the Mrs. World organization, Mr. David Marmel.
Hello, everybody. Dia Bunga, South Africa. Danka, South Africa. Two most important words in my language, thank you. That's what I'm here for, the only reason. To thank all of you, the municipality of Ekurhuleni. I tried. Everybody who opened the welcome doors to all of us. We came here as strangers, and we're going to leave as family. I've done lots of these. With my wife, Elaine, we started the first pageant for married women in the world back in 1977 in Honolulu. In Las Vegas. A few years later, we learned there were married women all over the world. I didn't know that. So we started Mrs. World, and it was a tribute to every country's greatest natural resource. And here we are doing arguably the best in our long and glorified history here in the remarkable country of South Africa. So, to all of you who welcomed us, the hotel, the people who have fed us, the people who have hugged us, I don't have the words to tell you how grateful we are, but take it from me, All of the 34 ladies, their families, our directors, applaud all of you for bringing us here. And guess what? Whether you like it or not, we're going to come back. So, in every organization, there's that one pivotal person. I guarantee you in mine, it's not me. But here in South Africa, we met a remarkable woman whose name is Joni Johnson. She came to us in several international locations several years ago and said, bring this thing to us here. And here we are. I'd now like to introduce Joni Johnson, and I'd like to present her with a small but heartfelt token of our gratitude, our respect, our esteem, and all that that means. Thank you, Joni. Would you please come out? Thank you. It says, hello.
Hi, hello, David.
Where's your sash?
I don't wear that any longer.
Oh, you could do it again.
It's been a few years.
Okay, it says, presented to Joni Johnson in grateful recognition of your professional leadership and for making Johannesburg, South Africa, the Mrs. World home away from home. So thank you, and through you, to all your remarkable staff. This is yours.
Thank you so much, David. And as they would say in America, you are most welcome. What a privilege it has been to have had the opportunity to showcase my beautiful country to the world. Thank you to David and Elaine for entrusting us with that honor. Today, the 16th of December, is a very important day for us as South Africans, as it marks a day of reconciliation. And never, ever before have I experienced the spirit of Ubuntu more than these past few weeks. Ubuntu, for those of you who don't know, is a special South African term which means I am who I am because of who we all are. This experience has pushed me and my team out of our comfort zones more than ever before, but we have truly found the magic. I have also learned to have faith and that miracles do happen. We all know that an event of this magnitude could not be possible without sponsors. Thank you to each and every sponsor for pulling together at the last minute to show the world what South Africa has to offer. I would like to extend a special word of thanks to my friend Vusi Zwane, Empress Palace, and the host city of Ekurhuleni. You have truly made me proud to be South African. South Africa, I thank you.
Mrs. World places a lot of emphasis on interview, so that's valued at 50% of the competition, and then we have the swimsuit and evening gown making up the other 50% of the competition.
It's been very exciting. I was looking forward for my interview round. It's been exciting, inspiring, encouraging.
Good type of nervous, just a little jitters, but I think that's really good too because it keeps you energized before the interview.
I was very tense in the morning because of the interview, but when I just go in the interview, everything is fine.
What an incredible opportunity. It was so relaxed, it felt like home, lovely people, and they were just interested in finding out about us. Oh, the judges were so nice. They were really welcoming, they were very inquisitive, they wanted to know about my history, my family, what I do, and my platform.
They were relaxed and they made us relax as well. It was a fantastic knowledge sharing experience with the judges.
3 minutes is not a lot of time when you really think about it and all the stuff you have to talk about or you would like to talk about. But the judges made it really easy, very conversational.
For me, the judging is everything. It's where you get to share your heart, and that is true beauty, is a woman's essence, is what do you stand for? What have you been through and what has it made you into? So I think this is my favorite part, even though I was nervous, but I was just so honored to share my story and my reasons with the judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for our beautiful top 12.
And now, as the anticipation mounts, we'll announce our top 6 semifinalists. Pierre, do you have the envelope, please?
Thank you so much, sir. You can wipe the sweat off the brow now. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, your top 6 in no particular order.
You can go first.
Costa Rica.
Belarus.
South Africa.
Canada.
Hong Kong.
Mrs. of the Americas.
There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your top 6. So at this point in time, we have but one question for each of our top 6. In one word, please describe to this audience and to everyone watching, how do you feel? One word.
Dreaming.
Dreaming.
Exciting.
Excited, right?
Mrs. South Africa, how do you feel?
Passionate.
Mrs. Canada, one word, how do you feel?
Hopeful.
Mrs. Hong Kong, how do you feel?
Fearless.
And last but not least, Mrs. of the Americas, how do you feel?
Grateful.
Ladies and gentlemen, there they are, your beautiful top 6 of this year's competition. Now we've come to that part of the evening where we reveal our top 3. And it seems to be quite a tough job to decide on that top 3.
Thank you, Pierre.
And world peace. Pierre.
You had to say that, didn't you?
I had to. I absolutely
You had to.
Pierre, I will talk to you after this, okay? You go into that corner there and stay there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our
Deep
top
breath.
3 in no particular order. Hong Kong.
Costa Rica.
Belarus. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, your top three. A round of applause. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you. All right, ladies.
Okay.
This is the moment that you've been looking forward to and dreading all evening long. It is question time. Now, to each of our top three, we'll be asking you the question and giving you 30 seconds to answer that question. When your 30 seconds has elapsed, you'll hear an African drum beat that'll indicate that your time is done. The question we ask you is, in 30 seconds, tell us why you want to be Mrs. World. I'll repeat the question. In 30 seconds, tell us why you want to be Mrs. World.
We can start with Hong Kong.
I would like to be your Mrs. World because I believe that I can be a truly effective Mrs. World in promoting our organization and through my work with the United Nations. And because I serve on the Women's Committee, drafting our initiative, Step It Up for Gender Equality by the year 2030. As your Mrs. World, I will continue to promote policy changes across the world to ensure gender equality for all of our children so that they can also have equal opportunities to fulfill their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Hong Kong. Mrs. Costa Rica, it is to you. 30 seconds. Why do you want to be Mrs. World?
Hello, good night, everyone. I would like to be Mrs. World because I want to represent Costa Rica women, and I want to represent my country, Costa Rica. Now, I'll be working with children with terminal diseases. So as Mrs. World, I will be able to visualize this population all over the world and represent Costa Rica all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Belarus, in 30 seconds, why do you want to be Mrs. World?
I want to be a Mrs. World because I want to show every woman that she can be not only wife, not only mom. She can be a real woman, society activity that they can be social activity, yes? And I want to show that we are an example for our children. We are an example for other people. And if I would be Mrs. World, I would be an example for people all over the world.
Hey. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. Let's take a look at the current Mrs. World's activities.
Hi, I'm Juliana Ceballos Roncagliolo, Mrs. World 2017. Today is a special day because I will give back the crown to my successor. This has been a very special year in my life as Mrs. World. Just a year ago, I had the enormous pleasure of representing my country at Mrs. World in South Korea. And I had the great opportunity of winning the crown for Peru after 27 years. Listening to the name of my country at the final was something indescribable and a true honor. My experience as Mrs. World has been one of the best of my life. Traveling around the world and also traveling in my country, representing the Peruvian women. During my time as Mrs. World, I focus in promoting the role of women. A woman that works hard every day to support her family. A woman that besides of being a mother, develops herself as a professional. I was also highly involved in promoting the culture and wonders of my country. And as a doctor, I focused my work in promoting health prevention, especially in diabetes awareness and obesity. Right after being elected as Mrs. World in Korea, big natural disasters affected the center and north of my country. Thousands of people were left in need of medical attendance. This was a great opportunity for me to do something special for them. So using my experience as a doctor and my title as Mrs. World, I created a foundation named #MedicosSOS or #DoctorsSOS, a solidarity group of professionals, doctors, specialists, nurses, dentists, and psychologists that donated days of our work to do special medical campaigns, visiting people, providing food, water, medicines, and medical attention. Médicos SOS is stronger than ever. Now, as a foundation with many members, it cooperates with important causes and organizations such as El Club de la Mama from INEN and the NGO Regálame una Sonrisa. I would like to thank God, my parents, my husband, my son Fabricio, my family, and the organization of Mrs. World for all their support provided this year for me as Mrs. World 2017. I would also like to especially thank the Peruvian Navy, Marina de Guerra del Perú, my current workplace as a doctor in the Navy Hospital, and to all my sponsors throughout this year. Finally, I would like to thank my beautiful country, Peru, for all the love received, for the great press coverage I was part of in media and TV channels, and for all the love and care people show me at the streets. I hope my work this year made you proud. To the new Queen, I wish you all the best. Live day by day and with intensity. Enjoy every aspect of life. And remember always that this title is a great platform for you to express and make this world a better place. Yours truly, Juliana.
Together for our reigning Mrs. World, Dr. Juliana Ceballos Roncagliolo.
Dr. Juliana Ceballos, you are beautiful and you are always Mrs. World. Tell us, please, what was the best part of your year?
Good evening to everyone. Well, as you know, Diane, being Mrs. World is not just hard work, dedicating time, and a big responsibility, but also is to have the chance of do important changes in the world. Once I heard a phrase of an important speaker, Mexican speaker, Miguel Ángel Cornejo. He says that to transcend, you need to help to ascend, to rise others, to create Médicos SOS and to support many causes in my country has been definitely the best part of my reigning, had made me grow as a person and had made me understood the life, actually. And I wish to be able to serve Mrs. World organization in the best way. Although today is my last day as Mrs. World, as the reigning Mrs. World, I promise here in front of you that I'm gonna keep working for helping others to rise. I'm gonna keep working to spread this message of preventive medicine. I'm gonna keep working to spread this important idea of the empowerment of the women, of the married women. And I don't wanna go out from this stage without saying thanks to all the people that helped me this year. First of all, to Mrs. World Organization, Mr. Elaine, Mrs. Elaine, and Mr. David Marmel, Libby Crawford, Rhonda Gillian, Gary, all the persons that are back doing all this important job. I love you so much. Thank you for your support. I also want to thank Mrs. South Africa Organization, Joannie, Melissa, Marlene, Claude, every one of you had made us feel as in home. Thank you very much. I want to thank my country, Peru, also. And I want to thank to my family, to my exceptional parents, to my wonderful husband, and of course, to the most important person in my life, my 3-year-old kid, Fabricio. I know you're watching me, baby, and I want to tell you, te amo demasiado. Thank you very much to every one of you. Thank you very much, South Africa.
Beautiful. Thank
And
you.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Dr. Juliana Ceballos Roncagliolo from Peru as she takes her final footsteps as Mrs. World. Ladies and gentlemen, our reigning Mrs. World.
Well, the time has come. That's so beautiful. The time has come to reveal our new queen. Bright and beautiful, she mirrors virtues such as integrity, character, strength, respect, generosity, empathy, a quick mind, and love. All of these characteristics will reflect in her year of her reign. 3 sealed envelopes contain the top 3 names. KPMG, are you ready? All right.
Yes, they are.
Pierre. All right. Thank you, Pierre. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for. Who will wear the crown this year?
Can I share with them?
Without any further ado, your second runner-up is
Mrs. Belarus. Your first runner-up is
Costa Rica, and your new Mrs. World is Mrs. Hong Kong! A round of applause applause, ladies and gentlemen, for your new Mrs. World. Mrs. Hong Kong, your new Mrs. World. There we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an absolutely wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us. To our viewers all across the world, thank you for tuning in. May the mythical magic of tonight follow you home. We wish you all a blissful weekend.
Good night. Drive safely.
Good
Thank you.
night.